place we've ever gone to, it's been ghost hunted before. So this being the first, we actually have to explain to them. I'm gonna take those stairs, I'm gonna go to the top, and I'm gonna talk to Barbara.
I'm up at the top of the lighthouse right now. What do you think of that?
Hi! We're ghost hunters! Nice. Jesus! Whew. A lot of steps.
You gotta get on Strava, brother.
We do like 2 flights of stairs, and you're always like,
go out without me. Is there anybody here with me right now? Just a beautiful, picturesque Key West night under the stars.
nice breeze.
Perfect conditions for ghost hunting.
Yeah, a couple of bros out on the town, seeing a big old bill and getting our steps in.
That's right.
That's nice.
And getting our ghouls in, too.
That's right.
I'm gonna go up to the top of that light tower and I'm gonna bag me a lady.
You're gonna bag you a lady?
Like a ghost lady. I'm gonna put her in my bag. Should we go inside?
I think we ought to.
Enough ghosts. I want to talk about my new favorite part of my routine, AG1, the sponsor of today's video. Now, it's no secret that we are incredibly busy boys, and when the summer gets heating up, we're busier than ever. Well, you've seen us traveling all over creation, staying up all night, eating a bunch of God knows what from whatever is open at 5 a.m. when we're done hunting. It's a nightmare on the body. Now, it's impossible to keep a routine, and that's when gut health, energy, and daily nutrition is more important than ever. Thank goodness, AG1 Next Gen can improve those key nutrient levels within 3 months. And when we don't even know if we're gonna be shooting today, in editing, or doing research on the next haunt, AG1 is the non-negotiable part of my routine since key nutrients in AG1 Next Gen are shown to be quickly and easily absorbed into the body so that I can go into the unpredictable with something reliable. Now, AG1 Next Gen contains more vitamins, minerals, and nutrient content than ever before, and it's clinically shown to fill common nutrient gaps. When life's ups and downs and lefts and right get my head spinning, AG1 helps support my nervous system and a calm, healthy mood, making it easier to bounce back from stress when I'm busy dealing with the living and the dead. So head to drinkag1.com/watcher or scan the QR code to get a free AG1 flavor sampler and a free bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2 in your welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. And thanks to AG1 for sponsoring today's video.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's extremely dark in here.
It is.
This is the light keepers' quarters. This is where the keepers would have lived and their families would have lived here. So the Maberdys and then the Bethels. When the lighthouse became operational in 1826, Michael Maberdy was appointed its first keeper. That January, Michael moved into the keeper's quarters with his wife Barbara and their 6 children. Michael dutifully kept the lighthouse burning for 6 years. In 1832, however, Michael contracted yellow fever and died. After Michael's passing, Barbara not only raised their children alone, but she took up the mantle of lighthouse keeper. After 40 years, Barbara was by far Key West's longest-serving lighthouse keeper, but she was not the last Maberdy to answer the call. In 1870, Barbara's granddaughter Mary became the assistant keeper to her husband, John Carroll. For 20 years, Mary diligently worked alongside John until his death of typhoid fever in 1889. Following in Barbara's footsteps, Mary stepped up to become the primary keeper. Tragically, though, her tenure was short as well, as she also died of typhoid fever only 3 months after her husband, John. Since both drew their last breaths in the keeper's quarters, many believe they feel the overwhelming presence of Mary and John as they enter the building. We're gonna go over to where your living quarters were.
Okay.
So I hope you don't mind that, but here we come. Just don't sit on anything because everything's very old. I'm gonna put some devices down in this room so you guys can maybe speak to us. And wow, actually, is this the first time every place we've ever gone to, it's been ghost hunted before, for the most part. So this being the first place, we actually have to explain to them.
That's what I was saying to you earlier, but you weren't listening to me.
It didn't click for me that like, I'm gonna really have to explain.
Yes, that's what I was trying to tell you earlier.
Do you think a spirit box will work?
You were just like, oh, look at this. I was like, yeah, but dude, think about it.
All right, let's just go through the belt here.
Well, you gotta take your belly out.
I didn't mean to do that.
You lifted you showed
I
your full
overshot it.
belly button.
I overshot it. I just had dinner. Do you think I want to show people that? I haven't been working out. Can you imagine if the next season of Ghost Files, like I'm like jacked and every time I take it off, I'm like, oh, I gotta show you my belt. This right here is a spirit box. We're not gonna use that in here. We are going to be using this over in the Lighthouse, though.
That's right.
And you could use the energy provided by this to speak to us in theory. That's what they say. So that's all you really need to know about that.
This is called a flashlight. That's interesting.
They know what that is.
How do you know?
Because they're a fucking lighthouse keeper.
Yes, but they've probably never seen a little fucking flashlight,
Oh, I
man.
think when did the flashlight get invented? I'm gonna say 1905.
1896? 1899.
Damn, dude.
So, this is what Ryan calls the Boo-Subi. It's a little triangle. Thank you. He's turning it on so you can see the beautiful lights on the top. Right now they're flashing green, like St. Elmo's fire. And if you want to communicate with us, all you have to do is approach it. Look at that.
So let's leave
We're gonna put that over there.
on the piano, maybe where you would have, you would sing with pals and stuff, like your John Legend or something like that. This little stick here, all you have to do is touch this, get near it. I know one of these is actually one of your rocking chairs. Mary, if this is your rocking chair, all you have to do is sit down on that and we'll know you're here. Mary Bethel was appointed keeper of the lighthouse in 1891 after the primary keeper, her husband William Bethel, died from a fall.
Well, you don't want her to sit on this.
Yeah,
What
you
kind
do.
of reading is it gonna give us if that happens?
Well, come on.
You
man.
can just touch it.
You're making this into a nasty thing and I'm just
Do
trying
whatever you want, Mary. Any other tools, Ryan? Ovilus? Are we balling out here?
to sit on my stick.
We're doing them all?
This is called an ovilus.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering, wow, look at that.
That was you. You got too close.
No.
Yeah. Do it again. Make it beep again.
We've shot 2 episodes already in Key West.
That's right.
Can you attest to the fact that that Boozaby has not gone off at all?
I don't think it has. No. It's not a very common.
No.
We don't get a lot of results on it.
What if like a paranormal house is much like a juicy peach?
Go on.
And every time a pair of ghost hunters come in,
They take a bite
they take a bite of that
until
peach.
you're left with the pit.
Until there's nothing but the pit. And we're going
you gotta plant
and we're
it.
going to a bunch of places that are just pits. This is a peach that is perfectly unbothered and it's just, we're gonna take a big old bite and it's gonna
get the juice.
it's gonna explode all over our face.
The juice is ours now. It's not for you. Other ghost hunters who come here, guess what?
That's right.
We get the juice.
This is a red light. That's all you need to know about it. Just touch the red light like this. Okay, this is the ovilus. I'm gonna be honest here. This one's a little abstract. I don't always put a lot of stock into this one. Now that we're all set to party here, let's throw a little house party with the best.
Throw a little party. This is the
And the
place you'd
memories.
party. They got dominoes. I feel like this probably would have been a pretty good life outside of the yellow fever and all the dying.
Sorry to hear about your husbands, by the way. I guess they're with you now if all is well and good.
Well, that's nice.
But if you're here with us, that actually would suggest quite the opposite. And people seem to think that you're here, Barbara and Mary.
Did any of them remarry afterward? What was that, Booshoob?
Yep. What did you
Right
say?
when
Did
you
any
said
of
their
them?
names, I said,
Barbara
I
and
said,
Mary.
did any of them marry afterwards?
Was that an answer to his question? Was that a yes?
Or are you just happy to hear your names?
Maybe they heard their name and they're like, got it, bloop. Got it, bloop.
Jeopardy, sort of buzzing in.
Yep. We're gonna let that go back to blue. Again, just gonna acknowledge you guys. My name is Ryan.
I'm Shane. Hi.
Thank you for having us in your home. I recognize this actually is a very weird occurrence to you.
So you're used to
Tourists.
sort of meek little sniveling tourists coming through, being all respectful and oh, how wonderful. Guess what? That's not what we're like. We are nice guys.
Yeah.
But you can level with us, and we do need results. So we're gonna need you to touch that, or touch that, sit on it.
Think of us like reporters. We're like reporters from the future here to tell your story.
We're journalists.
You don't, I mean, yeah, we are journalists. To them,
We're journalists.
We're journalists to you guys.
I have a Blue Sky account.
We came to your house because we've heard about you guys and we wanted to meet you. If you want to talk to us, can you touch that blue light? Can you touch that red light? Can you sit on that chair? There's a whole chorus of little devices here you could use to
You gonna turn this one on?
And I am gonna
This
turn-
is the creme de la creme.
I am gonna turn this one on right here. We heard that you guys went through a bunch of weather events. Obviously, you worked at a lighthouse. Can you tell us a little bit about the hurricanes? Under Barbara's watch, the lighthouse stayed shining through hurricanes. All, though, paled in comparison to the damage wrought by the Great Havana Hurricane of 1846. Considered the most destructive that has ever visited these latitudes, it dismasted, capsized, and sank vessels anchored in the harbor. For safety, Barbara, her children, and several residents sheltered in this brick lighthouse. As the hurricane battered down, it destroyed the lightkeepers' quarters and washed out the lighthouse's foundation. Legend has it that Barbara was only able to escape with one of her 6 children before the structure collapsed. But what is verified is that the hurricane tragically killed at least a dozen victims trapped inside the lighthouse. The lighthouse that now stands before us today was rebuilt after the tragic hurricane on a different point of the island, a spot that had the highest ground. Yet, people do claim that they still hear the cries of children trapped inside.
Show. Yes, it's a show.
Yeah, it's a
called
show.
Ghost Files.
Or maybe you want us to show something. What would you like us to show?
Aggression?
Show Weeps.
Show
Weeps evening joke. Haunting, hurt, casket.
What if
Bacon.
disease? What if
One of those doesn't belong. Oh, bacon! Wait.
Oh, did that go off at the same time?
At the same time?
Oh, we'll have to
It happened on the same time as bacon.
check the 360.
Yeah.
Well, despite both of us thinking that the devices went off with bacon, further review shows that both devices do in fact go off, but at the word disease.
Haunting, hurt, casket.
What if
Bacon.
disease? What if
One of those doesn't belong. Oh, bacon!
Is this a reference to Barbara's husband passing away due to yellow fever? Shortly after, our audio recorder picks up this disembodied breath.
bacon?
Jesus.
Bacon! I'm just trying to make sure it's not the volume.
Bacon! Well, you could do that with any noise. You don't have to keep saying bacon.
Well, bacon was the word.
If anybody, I know there was probably some fond memories on this piano. If you can't play the piano, why don't you go ahead and touch that blue light again? Did you like being a lightkeeper? Did you find peace in it? Or did you hate this job? If you like this job, can you touch interest?
Oh, you liked it.
If you like these jobs, can you touch that blue light or this red light right here and let us know that you did? Let's turn the lights off, and I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to make your presence known if you would like to do so. Without further ado, take it
The floor
away.
is yours. Oh, that's dark.
Want to ask one last question before we leave?
Oh, yeah.
Ask a question about their lives.
What were your lives like?
Well, I mean, like a specific.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite book? Would you like us to leave? Do you like our company? Or don't say shit, and we'll fuck off, I guess.
Well, we're gonna go outside to the lighthouse. You guys could float out there and join us if you'd like.
After leaving the keeper's quarters, our static cam picked up these anomalies when nobody else was there.
Barbara carried heavy buckets of whale oil up the 88 narrow spiral steps to the lantern room, where she'd light each of the 15 lamps. In the morning, Barbara would return to extinguish, disassemble, and clean the lamps and glass chimney. All day she maintained and cleaned the silver reflectors and brass appliances until she reset each lantern wick for the lighting the next night. Today, visitors see her figure continuing to climb the steep staircase, only to see her disappear when she reaches the top. Some even see strange lights blinking throughout the staircase, perhaps the Mabrides still guiding them to safety. Okie dokie. Time to go to the lighthouse.
That's what we're here for.
So I'll have you wired in on the spirit box on the bottom floor. I'm gonna crawl all the way to the top, not crawl.
You crawl? What do you mean crawl?
You know, I'm gonna climb all the way to the top.
Now, you notoriously, to put it lightly, sort of skip leg day and have no sort of cardiovascular.
I have cardio, but
You don't.
I do. I got some cardio. I've been doing some cardio.
We do
lately.
like 2 flights of stairs, and you're always like,
Yeah, it's really
go
tough.
on without me.
I'm gonna take those stairs. I'm gonna
All
go
right.
to the top, and I'm gonna talk to Barbara.
Okay.
And you're gonna help me.
And I'm gonna help you.
Those are the headphones I already got set up for you. It's already recording.
I'll get jacked in.
Jack yourself in. Okay. I'm going up.
Right now, Shane is setting up for an Estes method where he uses noise-canceling headphones plugged into a spirit box and will say anything that he hears, hopefully coinciding with what I'm saying as I walk up the stairs of the lighthouse.
Whew. A lot of steps. That's crazy.
You gotta get on Strava, brother.
Oh my god. This is fucking brutal.
I'm in!
Mrs. Mabrity? Whoa. Hi, my name is Ryan. Or can I call you Barbara? Is that okay? I really admire you, Barbara, for climbing up these steps.
Awful!
Yeah. No, I really admire it because that took a lot. I'd like to think I'm somewhat physically fit, but Jesus Christ. Doing that while carrying some heavy oil cans? I really respect that. Did you enjoy this part of the job? Was there a part of this that you actually enjoyed? You must have had very, very strong glutes.
That was awesome!
Sounds awesome, or that was awesome? Can you tell me what your name is? Am I talking to Barbara? Am I talking to Mary?
You had it!
I'm gonna go with Barbara then. Barbara, what was your favorite part about being a light keeper?
I got one.
Okay, what is it? Tell me the story.
Problem.
What's the problem? Is it because I'm in here? Am I the problem? The fuck was that?
King!
Well, thank you. Come join me. Let's party at the top of the lighthouse. I want to talk about your job. Okay, you don't need to be rude about it.
Career!
Yep, there's a career in this. You made it. Wow, this is crazy. Look at that. Look at this fucking lighthouse. Look at the size of this bulb. Holy shit.
Danger!
Yeah, it is. Holy shit. Yeah, there is danger. It's okay, I'm watching my step. Thanks for the concern, though.
Good boy!
Oh, she said night, boy, as soon as I started walking down. I'm not leaving, I'm just grabbing another piece of equipment. Are you still with me, Barbara? I'm at the top so I could see the actual glass work of the light. How does this work? I know you said it's dangerous, so why don't you come help me?
That's a spice!
Is it okay if I bring my friend up here?
Dude, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my friend.
I have some of them. Hi.
Hey!
We did it.
You were saying some things that were actually pretty pertinent to what I was talking
Oh, that's
about.
cool.
Which is nice. Do you want to go out on the little
I'd like
ledge
to.
here?
I don't like being in here. I'd rather be out there.
Okay.
Though again, I'm seeing the same sort of issue. Railing sort of goes up to below my center of gravity.
Would you like me to just go out there and you just
No,
stay
I'll go
inside?
out there. I'm just gonna hug the wall.
You're that concerned with tripping while walking? On a
I
flat surface?
do stuff, you know. I'm a clumsy guy. Wow, look at Key West.
Beautiful.
Hello down there.
Hello!
Hi.
We're ghost hunters! Barbara, This is quite the view, I have to say. I could see why you liked this job.
I'd love to see a thunderstorm rolling in from here. I know it's dangerous and you'd have to leave the tower, but I'd stay up here. Even though it does run in. Fuck! Oh, fuck! Get down there! Oh, fuck!
Barbara, is that you?
Fuck, fuck, fuck!
Shut the fuck up! Barbara, is that you? Wait, it's going off.
Oh my fucking God. He finally got his big titty jackpot. Look at that.
Barbara, if that's you, can you touch that light again? Are you trying to get up here? Did you not like it that we were out on your little curb?
Whoa, that's so cool.
I can't believe that paid off.
You feel good right now?
I feel really good. Is it off-putting to have us inside of your workspace, Barbara? We don't mean to intrude. You want to go back? Maybe if we go back out, that seems...
Barbara, we're gonna go back up. If you want to do any little Barbara beep beeps down here, we'll let you. Oh, hell of a hole. Look at that. Ooh.
Hello! I'm in the hole. Oh! Oh. Does the camera fit? See? Oh, yeah. Hello, I'm in the hole.
What the fuck are you doing?
You gotta put your head in this and go in a deep voice. You gotta say,
Hello, I'm in the hole.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, we gotta go out though.
that's fine.
Hello, I'm in the hole.
Is it not fun?
That is pretty
You hear the bassy, you know? Here we are, okay. Look at that.
Wow. We've had a couple moments now on this trip where we've been able to be outside and really enjoy a moment and a look at the stars.
The weather's nice.
Yeah.
We really lucked out.
Barbara, we're gonna walk around the perimeter of this. Again, touch that blue light if you want us to stop or if you want to get our attention.
I'll walk this way. You want to meet the other way?
Oh, it's scary. Okay. Oh, what if I go back the other way and then I scare him? That's funny. I'm gonna...
Oh, he hasn't moved. Here you go, I'm gonna sneak past you. Whoop. Where'd you... Jesus! Fuck!
Dan, that's good. I did not hear. You're really
It's so
sneaky.
windy and I have a light foot. I have,
You
a light
have
step,
light
yeah.
feet.
I was worried scaring you up here was dangerous.
Yeah, and yet you still did it while I was
you had a good
leaning.
grip.
I was
You had a good
leaning
grip.
over this, and you decided that's a good time to jump scare me. What if I jumped over this and fell and died?
That'd be a crazy thing to do for me just giving you a little spook. Are there any other devices you have up here? What are we doing up here?
I think
Are
at
we
this-
just chilling?
No, I think at this point, we've spent some time with her together. I think it's time for you to do a solo project.
Me?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We're coming for you, Barbara!
Ahead of our solo investigation of the lighthouse and keeper's quarters, our static cam captured these anomalies in the lighthouse when no one was there.
This is exciting. So folks, I don't know if you've been watching the show Ghost Files, but lately I have not done solos, and now I'm back in the game for one night only. I do miss it.
And it's your first time with 360 cam, so people will be able to see what the world looks like in Shane 360.
That's right. That's pretty cool.
So go into the keeper's quarters,
Yeah.
try and talk to the folks that live there, and then make your way up the stairs.
Yes. Yes, dude.
I'll be sitting right here.
Okay, have fun.
You have fun.
I will have fun. It is midnight, and there is a pizza place that we hopefully want to order from so that we can have a little late night snack when we get back to the place we're staying. So I might have to make a phone call during this. Hi, my name's Shane. I'm a ghost hunter. I'm here alone, which is perfect for you. You've never dealt with ghost hunters before. You are now in the presence of one, fully vulnerable. I'm bearing it all for you, and you can do whatever you want to me right now. It's pretty cool that, for you to keep a lighthouse. So let me turn on my Ovilus, and you can use this to communicate with me.
Let's hear what you have to say. Who am I talking to? Is it this lady? Power. You want absolute power? Psychic. Do you like the power of being a lighthouse keeper? Are you addicted to that power? Ambition. Oh, you are ambitious, huh? You're so ambitious, it's disturbing. Look at this lady. She loves power. That's the face of a woman who loves power. First off, who am I talking to? Who's here? Give me a name. Or a hint. The next word will be a hint at who you are. Area. Known. Area. Known. Maybe you worked in the area at the lighthouse, so I could be talking to anyone who has ever worked here. Interesting. It's a good clue. Okay, I'm gonna go to the lighthouse now, the lighthouse proper. Thanks for having me. It's been a treat. I haven't done this in a minute, so it's nice to do a solo. God bless ya. Hope you enjoyed your first ghost hunting experience. I love you. Sorry that you're dead, and I hope you go to heaven sometime. All right, I don't love walking up these stairs, because if you recall, when we went to a lighthouse back on BuzzFeed Unsolved, the stairs were quite fucking huge. Going up the stairs is actually not quite as daunting as going down. You know, one false move, and you're just gonna tumble and tumble and tumble and break every fucking bone like that lady in the cave in Old. Spoilers for Old. Hi! Anyone up here? If I were a ghost, this would be the place I would haunt. That's for sure. And there we are. Okay. I'm up here on top of the lighthouse now, enjoying this beautiful view. I'm gonna turn on the obelisk while I'm here. I've got like 3 minutes left here, but also, I don't know if we're gonna make it back to our place in time, so I'm just calling. It's fine. I did a lot of investigating on this solo. Call him. Hey, how late do you guys accept orders for delivery? Well, I don't know if we're gonna be there in time for the delivery, so I was gonna see if they could leave it on the porch. That doesn't work. Okay, all good. Appreciate it. No, it's okay. We had a late out here. All right, thanks. I'm up in the lighthouse right now. Yeah, you been up there? I'm up in it right now. I'm at the very top. I'm doing some ghost hunting. I'm all alone. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, yeah, take it easy. Have a good night, man. All right, take care. Love you. They technically close at 1, so they can't deliver.
There he is. How was it?
It was really good.
Back in the saddle.
I did great work.
What'd you do?
I went in there, and then I went up there all the way to the top, and then I came down.
Did you make any contact?
No, I turned on the obelisk. It didn't say anything that felt like it made any sense.
You didn't do any messing around?
No.
There's nothing you want to tell me?
I took part of the, I was up there, I had the obelisk on, and I was doing an honest investigation.
There's not one part of the...
I called a pizza place just because I want to know if we could have gotten pizza, but I don't think it works.
You called the pizza place?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm hungry.
All right, well, I'm gonna do my solo. I'm guessing you're gonna go get a pizza.
I found out I can go pick up the pizza.
That's great news.
Shout out to Mr. Z's.
I was infuriated 10 minutes ago, and now I'm happy because I'm gonna have that pizza after.
It's gonna be a little reward.
You know, you're right.
First of all, I told him.
Or killing time
I said,
here.
I'm up at the top of the lighthouse right now. What do you think of that? And the guy was like, that's cool.
You asked him what he thought about you being on the top of the lighthouse in the last hour of his shift.
Yeah,
he was probably like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But he was like, he said, get over here, pick it up. We close at 1. He said, I'll keep the doors open. Mr. Z's.
Well, you do that.
Yeah, go do your solo.
Work. I'm gonna go.
Good luck.
I mean, you look at this from like right here. You get the lighthouse. Yeah, you try going in here by yourself. It'd be nice to sit on that porch. But I'm gonna go inside this haunted house instead. Because I love myself. Hello? Barbara? Mary? Michael? Mr. Bethel? Any of you guys in here? Jesus.
Thank you again for welcoming us into your home. I know you didn't technically extend the invite, but it was done via another person. So I hope you don't think we're just barging in here. But as I said before, we're what you can call modern day journalists. This is what journalism looks like now. And I've been sent here to hear your story and to understand what it was like to tend to a lighthouse back in the day. First question. Did you enjoy living on Key West? Simple question. Heard a little skitter over there. Is there anybody in here with me? Okay. Well, why did this stop recording? Let's get that back on. No? That is very, very curious, because I could see it on right there. Okay. Well, that's odd. Members of the Bethel family in front of the Lighthouse Tower. It's a lovely picture of you and your family. Oh, you have a little dog. What's your dog's name? Oh, God. Look, folks, to get into this living room, there's a glass panel that's like right here. And I have to crawl under it in this fucking helmet. And, I guess the point of the story here is there's no way for me to exit out of this living room fast if something talks to me in there. Okay. Let's get it on. Okay. Sufficiently trapped now. Isn't that fun for me? I'm in your living room. I was here before. Who's this? Meryl Bethel. Assistant lightkeeper. How was your life here? Did you enjoy your time here with your family? I do feel that, it does have an energy in here, I feel like. I know it's a museum, but you could very much tell this was somebody's home. Lots of hours spent in this room, I imagine, huh? Is there anybody here with me right now? I'd love to talk to you. Can you knock on something in this house to let me know that you're here? Thank you for knocking. I did hear that. Okay. Maybe that's how you prefer to talk to me. Excuse me, I'm just gathering myself a little bit. That did shock me a little bit. Okay, so you know how to knock. Did you like being the lighthouse keeper? Did you enjoy your job? If so, can you knock again? Again, I'm here just to learn about you. Floor creaked right there. I don't know if you picked that up, but the floor definitely creaked. Are you walking around right now? Could you come join me in the living room? And I promise look, I'm gonna level with you. You could show yourself to me, but if you show yourself, I might scream, and that's just a reaction because I'm a very jumpy guy. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. I just can't help it. I'm just warning you now. You totally could show yourself. Just don't be frightened if I scream. I know, God, I'm freaked out right now. I'm a little scared. Footstep again. I don't know. Hair standing up my arms. I did not expect to spend that much time in the keeper's quarters. I do want to spend some time in the lighthouse, but it's hard for me to leave when it's this active in here. So if you want me to stay in here, I will stay in here, and we could spend some time together and have a conversation. Does that sound good? If that sounds good and you want me to stay and you want to have a conversation, could you knock for me again, please? Well, I'm gonna go to the lighthouse now. Well, thank you again for having me in here. It's been very nice. Here we go. Grand finale, up to the lighthouse we go. Let's close this fucking door behind me. I'm gonna lock myself in. There we go. Okay. I'm in the lighthouse now. This will be fun walking up this fucking thing with my weight all thrown off on this helmet. So many steps. You did this all the time, huh, Barbara? I don't know if that was you that knocked in there to talk to me, but whoever it was, Barbara, Mary, Michael, anybody, whoever it was, thank you. And if you want to talk to me up here in the lighthouse, you're more than welcome. Again, if something happens in here, there's no way I could run or get out of here fast. That's terrifying. Since this is the tool that you seem to like to use the most, I know you've reached out with this little blue light, but also by knocking, so I'm gonna need to hear a pretty definitive knock inside here because of all the outside environs. So could you knock for me if you're in here with me, like this? You know what, I'm actually gonna move one step down into the landing to cut out any possible outdoor noise. Here we go. What was the worst thing about working here? And that's a question to anybody. This is a question for both Barbara and Mary. Both of you took over for your husbands when they unfortunately passed away. Did you feel the pressure to take over their job? Did you actually even want to do that? Was it something that was forced upon you? How did you feel about that? Well, if you've answered some of those questions, I certainly did not hear them, which is of no fault to you. That's my fault. So if you have responded to me, thank you, and I'll hear them later, and if not, thanks for having me at the Lighthouse. This has been a fun experience, and I have to go now, but I hope you find peace. I hope that you're not here, honestly, and if you are here, just know that I don't know the rules, but I hope that you don't have to stay here. So I hope you take that away from this at the very least, that you are not trapped here, I think. I don't know how the afterlife works. So I'm gonna leave. But like I said, this has been great. I think I've heard from you a couple times tonight via... Did I just hear a voice? So sorry, was that somebody? Could you say that again? It was a voice outside the lighthouse. I don't know. Have to play that back. Like I said, this has been great. I think I've heard from you a couple times tonight via... Here
Here he is. Here he comes.
large pepperoni. Oh, that
Doesn't it look fucking good?
That looks really... How does that look?
Shout out to Mr. Z.
How does that look, YouTube?
I walked there.
Does that look really good?
I picked it up. They were so fucking busy, and those sweet boys, they kept it open for me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my
That's
God.
the Key West hospitality that we've heard
way.
about.
I'm going crazy on this.
You drop
stuff.
that pizza, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm just trying to close it.
You're making me extremely nervous.
How
right
was the solo?
I was a little shocked. I got a pretty clear knock on the wall response to asking for knocks. It shocked the fuck out of me. And yeah, I got a pretty clear response in there asking for knocks. And then I eventually got a clear blop, 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 blop. It didn't happen again, but
Yeah.
then I went to the top of the lighthouse, got nothing for a while. And then I heard a little voice up there that I'm
So you got knock, shock, then you got blop, blop, then you went to the top.
Yeah.
You seem rattled.
No, I heard a voice.
Now,
I theorize it could be somebody outside.
and I was gonna say, and I'm not trying to, but could it have been the wind?
I don't know about that.
It's quite windy up there.
Maybe.
Let's get back to this
Right.
house and fucking demolish this.
Yeah, let's fuck
pizza.
that pizza. You got any last words? Would you We're trying to... We're doing important work.
Look, that's it.
We
That's
just
the end
want
of
to
the-
we just want
wanna
to end
close
the
episode.
investigate.
And so, after all this time, do former keepers of this lighthouse continue to tend to their duties? Or perhaps we just experienced the unfortunate ripples from a horrific hurricane of the past? Did we actually make contact with the keepers in their living room? Did I speak to Barbara in the lighthouse? What was that creeping around in the quarters when we weren't there? Our job as investigators is to collect and present questions, possibilities. Interpretation, however, solely belongs with you. But for now, the mysteries of the Key West Lighthouse can now be locked away in the Ghost Files.